We are all interconnected, and our kinship with nature shows our interdependence. The essence of the message I'm expressing is to love the planet more than a sand dollar loves the ocean floor. Think about the repercussions of your choice and use your voice to help others know too. A friend shows me, I show you, and soon the whole world is going blue. Cause in between orcas and crustaceans are caring people spanning multiple generations.
Does it look good?
Yeah!
I think that the Marine Science Center really believes that you can't be a successful steward of something unless you genuinely know what that something is. And so we strive to offer people the opportunity to be intimate and connected with the marine environment.
I found a red blood starfish, I think.
The impact of being on a beach and you're in a tide pool and you pick up that sea star and you're holding it in your hand, and you know, that's so fascinating.
I have a blood star. You have it? All right, you're gonna feed this one.
It's incredible to watch a little kid take a piece of herring and feed it to an anemone for the first time. And as they see the tentacles engulf that piece of fish, they're just in awe and inspired. Those are tangible memories that last. It helps them to feel like they have ownership and understanding of their natural environment.
BPA and phthalates, I'm not buying this. It makes me want to be a citizen scientist and take action by doing what I can do to protect us, the ocean, and the land too.
These mussels are serving as an early warning system for shellfish poisoning. These are going to go to the Washington State Department of Health labs. We'll be analyzing them for paralytic shellfish poisoning toxins. One of the greatest things about the science that we do at the Port Townsend Marine Science Center is that it's very real. At their labs. The experiments are real, the protocols are real, the implications of what we find out are real. And for many people, that is an experience they've never had before. In the case of sea stars, it's a very mysterious thing that's happening right now.
This animal is obviously pretty impacted.
The sea star wasting observation has become one of our citizen science projects, and it's allowed the opportunity for me to help other people get involved, and people being citizens like John who are interested in science and would love to help scientists figure out the biggest mysteries that we have around here.
We come on a regular basis to count the sea stars, to note any evidence of disease, and that goes to people who are actually doing the research to determine what the cause of sea star wasting is.
I think this is the type of project that just perfectly fits our mission here, and it's getting people out and involved in real topics that are happening. This is a disease epidemic that is unlike any that's ever been recorded in the intertidal.
I've got a minor in marine fisheries biology. Well, it's more than 30 years old, and there have been a few things in the field that have changed since then. So being able to interact with someone whose knowledge is current has been a real plus for me.
I feel like something I've learned from John, he always asks those deeper questions. I've learned field techniques, but sometimes it takes, somebody who has had the experience to look at the bigger picture. I really think that our volunteers are a really valuable asset, and that they always make us think beyond.
Playing peekaboo with a tube worm and getting his tiny finger hugged by a sea urchin. That's the sort of love I want to resurface, for stewardship is our purpose.
I was lucky enough to grow up with the Marine Science Center just right down the street. It felt like it was in my backyard. It helped me develop a passion for stewardship, and that's something that I've carried through into my current work as a farmer. And the piece of land that I'm fortunate enough to farm on and steward has a little piece of Chimacum Creek running through it. So the connections between the upland and the marine ecosystem are really evident, and that sense of land protection and water protection are played out every day in the work that we do on the farm. I ended up going to college in Minnesota and took my first opportunity to come back my first summer and do an internship at the Marine Science Center. It kind of further just developed in me a passion for this place that's my home and sharing the ethic of stewardship that the Marine Science Center is so passionate about.
I'm talking about the deep responsibility to use my higher learning to prevent a calamity. Cause if I touch it with my hands, I won't fail to see that what harms the Salish Sea is also ailing me.
This whale had the highest levels of PCBs and the highest levels of DDTs ever recorded in a marine mammal anywhere.
She came ashore still alive and breathed her last on the land.
For me, this was a dream project. The other thing that happens on a project like this, when you have that much energy, that many people, that much enthusiasm, is it becomes a running on adrenaline deal. They had so many volunteers, the volunteers were so high quality. Now it's guiding them through the steps, the philosophy of how we're putting this together, the mechanics of how we're putting this together.
And you can see the metacarpals here are in this very elegant curve.
We had volunteers that stayed clear to the end of the project.
Capturing the 3D surface data for this skeleton and the way we process it and distribute it onto the internet, Hope's story is going to be shared all over the world now. And researchers from Norway or China or anywhere will be able to get online and view these bones and run comparative analyses, run education programs.
Having a digital copy of this whale is going to actually put this museum out there, right next to the Burke and the Smithsonian and other major institutions, because it's got something nobody else has.
I see shrimp.
You do?
I see little stuff. Look.
And training these young people to take this up as their studies. We have so far to go in learning what balances out this place we call the Salish Sea now. What creates that balance? Where do we have to get to? And the Marine Science Center is very important in that effort, in my mind.
I've never seen a community like this before. Everybody is passionate about the Salish Sea. It's wonderful to be a part of that. I feel so much more than a volunteer. PFCs and parabens, I'm not trying this. I learned the truth from a citizen scientist. She showed me the way. If I'm gonna make a change, then it's gonna be today. As I stand on the sand, watching the waves crash in rhythm and breathing with the tides as I listen, I have a vision, backed by mountains in the distance. It's of a better place, better world, better system. Time is unique and its mystery is deep, but I don't believe I'm here to watch history repeat.